Today is my first cooking with Z with my brand new camera that my dad got me, which is like really exciting. Yay, you can finally see the pretty colors of my makeup. Today for dinner I'm going to be making, I think it's flank steak. I think that's what part of the cow we bought for dinner, and South Beach mashed potatoes. So a long time ago I did like the South Beach diet, and the South Beach book honestly is one of my absolutely favorite cookbooks I've ever had. Even if you don't stick to the diet, the flavors for the recipes and stuff, I use this more as a cookbook than any of the cookbooks that I have on my entire shelf. This South Beach mashed potatoes are made from cauliflower instead of mashed potatoes. Now, before you're like, ooh, gross, mashed cauliflower, I hate cauliflower. I can't stand the smell of it, the taste of it, dips or anything. Like, I despise cauliflower. But it tastes like mashed potatoes when you make it like this. I swear to God, it tastes like mashed potatoes. Give it a try. The things you'll need for this one is a thing of cauliflower, and if you're in the States, you can get Land O'Lakes has a fat-free half and half cream, which half and half is supposed to be fat, doesn't make much sense, but you can get that one in the States. If you're not in the States, in Europe they also have a cream product that's made from plant oil. It's not soy, but it's made from something else, but it's all vegetables, so it's not as fattening as the regular stuff. The store was out of it when I got it, so I'm just going to use regular cream. Yeah, at least it's made from cauliflower, so I can use a little bit of regular cream. The only the biggest difference with the regular mashed potatoes and this one is just that the texture is a bit off. If textures don't really bother you, then you'll really like this for a substitute if you're trying to be a little bit more healthy, a substitute for mashed potatoes. So that's what we need for this one. That was cauliflower. You're going to need some butter and some kind of cream, and a blender or a food processor for this guy. We're going to steam him, cut him up into pieces, and steam him. I'll show you that when we get to it. For the steak, so flank steak isn't a very tender steak. It's usually made in stews that you would cut it up in small pieces and fry it a little bit, and then let it sit and cook and stew for a long time, and then it will get more tender. It's not really something you just fry up and eat like a regular steak. So what I'm going to do is marinate it for a few hours before dinner. We're going to hammer him with this one. We're going to put him in a plastic bag with like 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. And balsamic vinegars and meats go really well together. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in there, and then grate up 2 little garlics in there, and a little bit of oregano and some salt and pepper. I also got corn on the cob, which I'm just going to boil. Hadn't had a corn on the cob in a really long time. And I'm going to make broccoli. I wanted asparagus, but it didn't look very good, so we got broccoli instead. We eat a lot of broccoli. Alright, so that is dinner for tonight, and let's get the marinade started. Okie dokie, we've got our little garlic chopped up here, and we're going to throw him in our Ziploc plastic bag. And then we're going to take our little cutting board here and put our steak on it. So we're going to take our mallet, and we're going to take the small side, and we're going to beat the steak. And then we're going to throw him into our Ziploc bag. Okay, now in our bag, now that we've got our 2 steaks that have been beaten a little bit, our cloves of garlic, now we're going to put in a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Yeah, about 3 tablespoons will do. And some olive oil. The reason I'm using a balsamic vinegar is because the acid in the vinegar is going to help tenderize the meat. Like I said, it's a quite tough steak, so we need to do everything we can to tenderize it, since I'm not going to be cooking it for a long period of time. Salt and pepper, and then just like a teaspoon of oregano. Okay, teaspoon and a half. Okay, now you're going to seal your bag and then squeeze some of the air out of it. And then you can just mush it around. And you get everything coated. So, then you get a black mess. And then just put them in the fridge. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is steam, or get ready to steam our cauliflower, and we need to cut up the cauliflower and the broccoli. This is my very cheap steam thing from IKEA. What you do is you just fill the water just till it's underneath here. You don't want the water above here. So this guy sits inside here. We're going to fill about that much water in the bottom of the pan, and then he has a lid. Okie dokie, our cauliflower just finished boiling, and we're not done on time because I didn't turn the pot on, so that took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to take. So the cauliflower is done as soon as you can stick a fork into the cauliflower very easily. Let's see. So the fork just goes in really easily. There you go, then it's done. The mixer going there and just let it mix around for a little bit, and then that's it. That's mashed potatoes done. So I've got the broccoli on the stove right now, and then I'm just going to pop the corn in to boil, and dinner should be ready really soon. Okay, everything's done now, and the last of so cooking the mashed potatoes, they're just going to look like mashed potatoes. You don't really need to worry about how long or whatever, just make sure the consistency is correct. And our steaks are done, and hopefully they turned out good. And we've got our broccoli and our corn going right there. So it's just to assemble, there's palm in front of it. So it's just to assemble the plates now. Okay, so there's dinner ready, and this is what it looks like, all nice and done. Except that yeah, kind of pretty. But steak and corn and South Beach mashed potatoes. Yeah, I hope you give the South Beach mashed potatoes a try. They're really, really good. And see you next time.